Hi, this is Ken Landgraf, Bronze Age comic book artist, and I'm going to be inking a Kurt Bruegel CROM the Barbarian commission. Now, Kurt commissioned this, and I did a sketch from his idea. He wanted a monster fighting CROM the Barbarian, an evil wizard, and a sexy, busty girl princess. So I've got all this in the sketch here, you can see. And I worked out all the basic anatomy, as you can see here. I didn't just put down some things that didn't make any sense. Like I worked out the hand here. And he's going to be gripping CROM. So he's going to be bleeding. And I love what I did here with the wizard. See how his hands are? He's like casting a spell. And I put some kind of electric energy on his head here. And I also made him look like a CROM the Barbarian, look like a lion. See his hair? It's got like a mane rather than just hair. Okay, so I took that sketch, put it on my light box, and I did a super tight drawing, which I inked a little bit, just to get the feeling of what I was wanted to draw. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I'll work in some lighting effects on the face. See how I got the hands drawn in here, like he's casting a spell? That's going to be a hard arm to ink, but I know how to do it. It's all basic shapes here. An ugly monster. I'll give him an eye right now. He didn't have an eye before, but I'm going to give him an eye. I'm going to give him some teeth. Okay, and I'm going to take my brush and start inking. Now look at his hair. I think, wow, I like this right here. I want to pop this out. Black. Leave a space. Always leaving a space when I'm inking. Well, I see his hair here. I'm going to throw a shadow from his hair onto his body. And we're looking at his chest. Here we have his rib cage. When you get a commission, it's like a king, prince, or even the Pope hiring you to do something in the Sistine Chapel or something. You always need a patron when you are doing commissions. So I'm always happy and glad to get that a patron would even bother to want to pay me to draw something. I always appreciate that. Lets me get to explore different parts of my thinking, because I wouldn't have drawn CROM the Barbarian, but now I am. Looking at his deltoid muscle. I do a crestiform lighting here. Throwing a shadow from the forearm onto the deltoid muscle. And we got a big space here, so let's see how we're going to fill this. And at some point I might take my pen. Just to get some different line effect. Wow, that's really cool. I'll turn the paper here and maybe work on this hair a little. I'll go back to my brush now. Sometimes I take my brush and also dip it into water. Get thinner lines. Throwing a shadow from them, what I just did. It's the next form. Kirk had asked me to do an interview, but I refused because he wanted me to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times I work till 5, 6 in the morning, so that's not going to work for me. So I decided just to do this inking demonstration to promote his comic. I'm looking at his hair again. It's looking very dynamic. I'm putting this rough because I could always take my time later to go take my brush to clean it. See? You always want to take time off this because you want to get the thing done. You use your energy and emotion to get the basic drawing done. And I'm looking at his arm again. Again, it's a hard to draw pose, so I'll have to work on it a little. Here's the elbow. Yeah, I'll throw a vein in here. Some more water. Now we got his wristband. I'm gonna throw some shadows. Start in the middle. Long, long lines. I'm gonna work on the wizard guy a little. Let's draw in some of his drapery. I'm gonna draw some folds here. And work on the female figure here for a while. What I'm gonna do is draw her arm. And throw a shadow from her arm to her breast here. And throw a line down Okay, the shadow from the wristband. It's all this interlocking. Like here I got this shape and I can throw a shadow. Now I learned all this inking stuff from mostly Wally Wood. He was the master of light and shadow. Okay, here we got our arm. I'm going to throw a shadow onto the breast part here. Yeah, let's see, I'll work on the breast. Very thin lines. And I cast a shadow from one breast to the other. And she's got all this jewelry, so I'm going to ink in the shadows of the jewelry. I'm looking at her costume here. Going on the shape here and the form. Again, I start in the middle. So I know where the middle is, and I'm going to render towards the middle. And just like I threw a shadow from the breast here to the other breast, I'm going to throw a shadow from right here. From the breast onto her other part of her body. Now you're going to notice that I'm doing some of these lines faster. It just gives it more dynamic energy. I'm always looking to throw shadows, so I did all this dynamic stuff here, right? So then I'll throw a shadow on the breast here from that. Look at that. Again, throw a C shape to form the breast, middle line, start rendering. And she's got dark hair, black hair. So let's turn her a bit. C shape, C shape, C shape, render. Okay, we'll look at the monster now. All right, let's look at the mad wizard here. Throw a lighting effect on his head. And he's got these electric currents coming out of his head. So what I'm going to do here Just pop them out somehow. All right. Do a little inking on the monster now. We see his jaw. All right, that's cool. And then I'm gonna throw some shadows from the CROM the Barbarian's hand on him. Throwing a shadow under his head. Okay, that's today's lesson. Me inking BRUGEL'S CROM the Barbarian. If you like this video, please press the subscribers button and buy some of my how to draw books. I also have original art for sale up on eBay, so check that out too under Ken Landgraf. Okay, until next time, goodbye.